All right, today we're gonna cook kettlecorn, and I bought the machine. I think it's about 10 or 15 years old. I bought it used. I've used it several times, but it seems like I'm not getting a consistent bake of kettlecorn. And if you look, we're gonna start out. I've cleaned the machine, so we're starting off with a clean machine, and I'm adding my 4 cups of corn, and then a cup and a half of oil. Okay. It says to do about 12 pounds of pressure, but I don't have a gauge, so typically what I do is take the flame and have it about 2 inches tall. So I believe that's lower than 10 to 12 pounds of pressure, but I'm having such an issue with the burning that I'm just scared. Every time I do it, I do one without sugar and dump it, and it does okay, but then the very second batch it always burns, and when I do add sugar. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong. So here we go. I've had the machine now for probably about a month, and about every other day, maybe every 3 days I try it. But it's so disheartening when you burn it and then you gotta clean it, and we're in the middle of winter, so it it gets dark at like 5 o'clock. So by the time I get off work, come home and do this a little bit, and then I burn it. It just really puts such a damper on it that so that's why I told my wife to record me and make sure, see what I'm doing right or doing wrong, and we'll see. When you don't use sugar, man, it pops so much faster. It's going to start going in a little bit. Kind of real consistent so far. But each time I do it, we got a little temperature gauge, we got a timer. We try to really document how we're doing it, because, for us to be successful at this, we got to have a consistent product. And I've watched several of the videos, and I just haven't had much success with a consistent batch. So get on the ladder. Yeah, typically I do wear gloves and sleeves, but again, see, it's getting darker already. Little spots. So as you get down here and you look, I'm still only popping at probably like 80%. And this is without kernel, which is okay. I took it off early because I was so afraid that it'd burn. But I still have a relatively clean kettle, which is great. And I'm gonna wipe this out. And then the very next one I do, it seems like it always burns. So that's the real situation I'm having. I'm gonna take care of that. So I'll leave everything the exact same. Okay, let me do this. Leave it down so it don't get too hot. Lower this back down. It's the same temperature. About 2 inches of flame. I'm going to add the oil. And go ahead and dump in the popcorn. Now on the videos I watched, there are several different opinions on when you add the sugar. What I'm going to do is let it get a little bit warm to where I believe Greg is in most of the videos that I watch. He always said maybe let 1 or 2 pop and then add the sugar, and that's what I do. And then it goes pretty good, and then it slowly just gets more and more brown, and then it burns. So, probably, as many as machines as you guys have sold and stuff, this is probably a pretty, maybe a, not a unique problem, and you guys have an answer for me. So, nice and heated up. Alright, so I added 4 cups of sugar, a cup and a half of oil, and a cup and a half of sugar. 2 cups of sugar, I'm sorry. 4 cups of popcorn, cup and a half of oil, 2 cups of sugar. That's the recipe that I'm gonna. You can already see it. It's getting darker than I wanted. I've done this at a lower temperature, right under this, to where it goes and goes and it never pops. It doesn't. It won't pop per se. Okay, so it's doing pretty good. but it's already darker, and it smells a tinge you know, like burnt a little bit. Now, of course, it looks better than I was anticipating, but I can do a third batch. And from the difference between the regular popcorn to this kettle corn, and it has smoky, and yeah, it just has such that smell, and then it permeates into the popcorn itself, and there ain't nothing worse than just a hint of just burnt popcorn. Everybody knows that. So I could do a third one, and it'll just keep getting darker. And that, if you could give me any type of advice, I'd appreciate it. And I'll leave my contact information below, and maybe just walk me through and tell me what I need to do to do a consistent batch of kettle corn. Thanks. Have a good day.